Let me show you how to make these mini bars using only Dollar Tree products, just in time for Father's Day. Let's get into it.
From paper to purpose, watch her design. Wendy's created designs, one of a kind. Cut, fold, turn dreams to life. Stay for the story behind every design.
Okay, these right here. I have some of these at home, so I'm not going to buy any. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what y'all need. The square and the circle. Okay, y'all, I had to wait till I get home so I can actually tell you everything you need because I don't know. For some reason, this one man just kept following me around. He don't work at the store or anything, and it was a little weird to me, okay? And I just couldn't focus on showing you guys everything. So now I'm gonna show you now. So if you don't want to cut any dowels, anything, just get some paint brushes, okay? You're going to need these paint brushes. You're going to break those sticks off, okay? You're also going to need this little shelf. They got these nice little shelves now with the racks on them, which I love, okay? So you're going to need this here if you want to use the little hangover on your bar. You're going to need a circle, and then you're going to need a square, okay? And again, you already know you need those beads and stuff, right? Going to get you some zip ties while you're already in there. Make sure you have your glue sticks ready and on hand. And if you have any screws, you might want to grab a few of those too. Some small, dainty screws. Okay, so once we cut the little tag and stuff off, this circle is a 12-inch circle, okay? We're going to cut it down the middle. The circle has 2 holes on each side where we just took the string out of. So I use that as my guide, and I draw my line there. Now, I always do more than one line, okay? Because, y'all know anybody that know me know I don't draw straight. I don't cut straight, none of that, okay? That was a gift that God didn't feel I needed. Anywho, so I take a pencil and then I trace it, and then I take my cutters and I'm just going to cut it. And y'all keep cutting it until it folds for you. If it does not fold for you, it is not ready yet. Keep cutting it, okay? And see how it just folds? It has to fold like that, okay? Don't make it pop. Let it fold on its own. And then just clean up those edges, bump it together, make sure that they are both the same size. And if they are, that's great. And then just take your pencil eraser and erase the line that you had put there. Okay, now some of you might think this is wasteful, but you can still use these. Break these handles off, okay? Separate the sponge from the sticks. The sticks are the dials of what you're going to use, okay? So you ain't got to do no cutting. All right, so now make sure you cut off that little black piece that's at the other end where the sponge was on, okay? You're going to need 5 of these, okay? So then after you've done that and they're nice and clean, go ahead on and spread them out on your half a circle. Okay, so put one on one edge and do not put it at the very end of the circle, okay? Move it in a little bit, okay? Because you don't need it at the very end of it, the very edge of it. Am I saying that right? Okay, and then just space them out. Now, I'm not actually, measuring how to space these out. I'm just, eyeing them. Ain't no right or wrong way, okay? Just use 5 of them. That's the main important thing. Put one dead in the middle, okay? Now, once you got all 5 of those sticks on, you're going to take your other half of your circle, right? And we're going to glue them like a sandwich, okay? So we're going to make sure that these are on top, nice and neat. That's what you should have. So I'm going to plop you very heavy, some glue on each one of those dowels and place it on there and then turn it like this here. My reason for turning like this here is so whenever you get ready to put your other piece on, that these are even and you're not going to have any problems. Okay. So make sure you do that. Okay. And still check your little dowels and make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. As you see, I pulled one of mine out of place, so I am putting some more glue on it. All right. You can always clean up your mess later. Okay, now we're gonna put that aside and gonna pull the square on out. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Gonna cut that string off first. All right, and then you're gonna get your shelf. All right, open it up. All right. Make sure that the iron pieces are facing flat on the square. All right. Okay. And so what you want to do is get you some markings. All right. So you know the top part need to be right there at the edge. I'm putting a pencil mark inside the little hole, and then I'm putting one on the opposite side. Okay. Now in the back, you're going to have to make you some markings where you see where that metal piece is. So you want to put some screws back there. All right. You just don't want to put them where the metal piece is. So you're going to do it on the outer part of it. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I just made two little markings where I'm going to put those at. All right. So then you're going to take either a screwdriver and a nail with a sharp point, and you're going to go ahead on and screw those two screws in those holes. All right. This is going to make life a whole lot easier for you whenever you're trying to add this shelf onto this piece of thin board. Believe me, take my word for it. Let it go all the way through that piece of wood, all right? And y'all know these pieces of wood right here from Walmart, from not Walmart, from Dollar Tree, are really, really bony, all right? So just be careful and just take your time and screw them in there. Now, you're going to see me put it in there, and I'm going to run it all the way through. And I'm going to leave them in there, okay? On both of them for right now. Because what we're going to do after we put these two screws in up at the top, we're going to make us some holes for those that we just did at the bottom. All right. So I want to slow this down for a moment. Okay. So now I'm going to take the pointy nail, and I'm going to, where I put those two markings, around the hardware that I had laying on this, I am just taking the screwdriver and just making holes. Okay. I'm gonna run the screw all the way through the wood, and then I'm gonna back it out, and I'm gonna do it on both until I have two holes. All right. And you're gonna see that because I'm gonna show it to you as soon as I create the two holes. Now these two holes are gonna be a little smaller than what I need, so we'll use our scissors to widen it out a little bit. But all we need is the holes. So now this is me showing you the two holes I'm talking about right there. So we're going to have to do this on the other side as well. So the next thing to do is just glue this piece on now, okay? And so we're just going to bump it up to the end of the piece of wood, and we're going to add some glue on both strips of the half a circle, and just going and glue it to the square. Okay, so once it's glued down and it looks good to you, you can go and stand it on up and check everything, make sure everything looks nice. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead on and add those little beads at the bottom of it so it don't have to sit flat, that it could, be sitting up just a little bit. And there's no rule with the beads either. Okay, so what I do is I put three in the back, and I think I put one in the front, and some of them I actually put them all the way around. So it's really your preference on how you want to do it. I actually add the glue where the hole is on the bead, then place it on the half a circle. Okay, now we're ready to add the shelf onto it. So I want to come up closer because I need y'all to be able to see what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm getting ready to back the screw out on this side right here so I can put the shelf on. Let me show you what I mean. You see on this side where you can see the screw already in? Well, I'm backing this one outward so I can add the shelf, and then I'll screw it back in once I get a grip on it. Okay, if that makes any sense at all. You also can add a little light coat of glue to see if you can use the glue as hands for you while you're trying to do this. It might work and it might not. In my case, it really did not work. I chose to just keep going without it. So as I continued, you'll see where it, like I said, the glue did not hold up. So anywho, I went on and tightened both of the screws up. I went on the other side and backed it out, and then also did the same thing on that side. Now, every once in a while, you'll have a warped piece of wood. So what you'll have to do is add another screw, and that's what I need to do right here. I added another screw in the middle so it would, lock in just a little bit better. This one, I did not make a pre-hole for it because I was unaware that I would even need another screw. Some of them you won't need, but two. So you can also, where the little space right there, you could put some cork in that and, make that seamless. So whenever you get ready to paint it, you won't have no spaces at all. Make sure you tighten it up real good. If you happen to tighten your screw a little bit too tight and crack your wood, just put some glue on it and it will be just fine. But yeah, just go ahead on and make sure that if you want to seal this top part and close it in more, you need to add a little bit of cork to it. Now we're going to lay it down, and you see those 2 holes that we made? Take your scissors and make it a little bit bigger because you're going to use this for your zip ties, okay? So you have 2 on each side. So that's what we're doing right now. And then we're going to take our zip tie and we're going to slide it through the first hole, run it from the back up to the front, and then we're going to zip tie it and cut it in the front. Now, the reason why I'm leaving the zip tie part in the front is because I might put a design in the back of this as well. I'm not sure, but I'd rather it be in the front where the hardware is than in the back of it. You can actually do it vice versa if you choose to. This is just preference. And you're just going to repeat these same steps on the other side. So it's pretty much good to go. I'm going to go ahead on and add some cork to the top and any holes that I might see in mine before I paint it. And FYI, you can also get this cork from Dollar Tree as well, okay? So I'm going to struggle with this a little bit because I don't actually have the tool to push the cork down in there. So I'm going to do it my way with the screwdriver. And I'm just going to run me some cork on here. Then I'm going to, just take my finger and go down the seam of it just so I can make it nice and clean and seamless. And that's pretty much it as far as that goes. And now I'm going to go ahead on and get this ready to take outside so I can paint it. So this is where you will allow all your creative juices to flow freely as you please, okay? I'm not really going to tell you how to do your design or anything like that. I'm just going to show you how I do mine. So here, I'm just going to let you guys see me go ahead on and paint these. So I'm going to do 2 of them, of course, on camera for you to see. But I'm making several of these, so they're going to be different colors. And yeah. So what doesn't sell for Father's Day will be going on to Christmas. Stay tuned for part 2 where I show you how I elevate these. Thanks for watching. Bye.